All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are in a trade. We're taking sells today, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Daily bias on the daily time frame. We have been bearish for the past 2 weeks. We're bearish today. Nothing changed. On the 4-hour time frame, we are bearish as well, as you can see. Um, I have my take profit at these daily lows, but I believe that ES is the one that wants to ES and NQ want to touch these daily liquidity levels. So we're in for sells because after we established our buyers for the day, we tapped into this 5 minute order block right here, and we got a break of structure and we got displacement. So right now it's retracing into the 1 minute fair value gap, I should say, and ES did the same thing. ES broke structure, left displacement, left the fair value gap. So I know for a fact that NQ is gonna tap into these daily lows before ES will. So my take profit will be when ES taps into those daily lows, if that makes sense. Because like I always tell you guys, they move together. So yeah, that's pretty much the trade for today. Stop loss is above these highs. Like I said, it's above this 1 minute order block, and it's above this 1 minute fair value gap. This trade should not be invalidated. But nothing is guaranteed in these markets, which is why we stick to our risk management and we never over leverage. So yeah, guys, this is my trade for today. Bias is bearish on the higher time frames. We got a 5 minute order block and we got 1 minute displacement outside of that 1 minute order block. So yeah, guys, that's the trade for today. I'm gonna come back when we have either stop loss or take profit hit. All right, guys, we hit our target. I don't want to put my stop loss to break even yet. Reason being is because there is a fair value gap here. If this green candle closes like this and this fair value gap gets disrespected on ES, I will close this trade. But let me just put it to break even just in case. Because it did tap the daily low, so we can reverse. That's a high time frame liquidity possibility reversal. So stop loss to break even just to be safe. Okay, this 1 minute fair value gap did not get disrespected, which is a good sign. Or it didn't get disrespected yet. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm closing. I close, guys, because that looked like a crazy liquidity sweep about to happen. Look at the momentum of this candle. I'd rather be safe than sorry, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But yeah, on ES we got a disrespect of the 1 minute fair value gap. A buy candle closed above it, and we prior to the buy candle closing above it, we swept daily liquidity, which means to me that a reversal is definitely gonna happen. We definitely would have gotten stopped out at break even. Well, not yet. Let's see if this 1 minute fair value gap gets disrespected. We would have got stopped out at break even easily. Um, it's currently 9:57 a.m. That trade we made about $192. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. But I want to see if we break structure to the upside on both and we're disrespecting fair value gaps, because if that's the case, then that means that we can take some buys. Let me take off this and then this. And also, what can happen, guys, is we can have a red candle form outside of this 1 minute fair value gap, and then literally tank us down because it's 9:57 right now, and I know at 10 o'clock momentum likes to pick up as well for like the first couple seconds. But yeah, guys, it looks like this daily liquidity sweep is going to cause the markets to reverse. So if we're taking buys today, and that's a big if, but if we are taking buys today, I need to break a structure and I need a fair value gap to get respected. Okay, red candle formed. Yeah, guys, so we have the smallest fair value gap in the world right here. We don't have one on NQ. This is definitely respecting this 1 minute fair value gap. And I low key want to re enter this trade. 10 o'clock just happened. Yep, still selling. So that liquidity sweep wasn't valid. It was just a retrace into the 1 minute fair value gap to go lower. If we can get a it doesn't even make sense to try to re-enter because the targets are right there, bro. Like I want to see it tap into the daily time frame and then take buys because after we tap into daily liquidity, where are we gonna go? All the way down here? Like I don't think that that's gonna happen today, especially the fact that there's no news. But I don't know, man. I need to retrace into a fair value gap again. And I want to see how price reacts. But yeah, guys, I'll be back when I have another trade or if we call it a day. All right, guys, we have re-entered a trade on NQ. The reason being is because both pairs took out the daily lows. Look where NQ was, and ES tapped into the daily lows. Didn't give us a reaction up, but on both pairs, we ended up retracing into a 5 minute bearish fair value gap. On NQ, the same thing. We created a 5 minute bearish fair value gap. I entered once we got a break of structure. This white candle closed beneath these lows, left a 1 minute fair value gap right here. On ES did the same thing. ES broke beneath these lows, left a fair value gap here. It was pretty small, but it still counts as displacement. And we should be heading to the downside right now. I'm going for a 1 to 2, nothing crazy. I have my my take profit at the next daily low, but Yeah, it's the next daily low, and this is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Let me see on NQ on ES how what it looks like. Because ultimately, guys, we always want to make sure that both pairs are doing the same thing. It's crazy because the daily low for ES already got taken out. The Wednesday, September 28th low, it already got taken out on ES, which is insane. But there really isn't much else for us to target down here. So I'm just gonna go for a 1 to 2, and keep bringing my stop loss down as we make new lows and new fair value gaps. Yeah, because this low right here where it says Wednesday, September 18th, 2024, ES already took those lows out. So, I mean, we still showed signs of displacement to the downside. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe we want to take them out on NQ now, those same lows. But yeah, guys, pretty much it for right now. Stop loss above the 1 minute high that created the fair value gap. And yeah, we're just riding. Hopefully this trade goes in our favor. Just riding it down. Because it showed signs of continuation to the downside. And right now it is currently 10:22 a.m. So we should still have some decent momentum in the markets today. We have no news. Today's the 10th, right? Yeah, today's the 10th. We have no news today. It's a no news Monday. Oh, President Trump speaks today. I didn't even see that. Could have sworn that today there was no news, but anyways, if we lose this trade, we know why. But let me see NQ. I mean ES. ES is not displacing to the downside. Like, look, so ES, we might get stopped out here, guys. Just off of how ES is moving. Yeah, like, look at this. Okay. I really don't like how this candle formed. This is a 1 minute order block right here, by the way. I think the banks and institutions just bought positions after sweeping the daily lows, because this is not a regular retail candle. This is an institutional candle. Hopefully it respects this 1 minute fair value gap and goes to the downside. But yeah, guys. So usually when I see a higher time frame liquidity level get taken out, what I do is I need I need the pair to instantly start displacing up. So if I tap into daily lows and I want to confirm it as a reversal, I need to see that price immediately starts to, make us go to the upside. If both pairs take out that level, and there's a delay, like if both pairs take out that level and start chopping up at that level, I still believe that we are still going to the downside. I don't think that we are reversing, because especially with the fact that we showed signs of continuation to the downside, there's no reason for us to go to the upside, especially if both pairs took out that level. If both pairs take out a low or a high, from my personal experience, that just means that it's a break of structure, or it's going to be a future break of structure. which is why I'm still into this trade, because even though we got some movement to the upside, I still believe that this can go to the downside. Now, is that 100% guaranteed? No, nothing is in these markets. But that's just how I believe that the markets are going to go. That's based off of experience with the markets. Now, if we get a respect of this bullish fair value gap right here on the 1 minute time frame and then bounce off of it, then yeah, that's scary, because that means that we might create a new trend. But for right now, we're still respecting this 1 minute fair value gap, which is good. So yeah, I'm gonna come back when we have a take profit hit or stop loss. Guys, I went to shower and I came back and we hit our take profit. We are up $1,200 on the week. Today's Monday. It's looking good so far. We only have about $900 to go before we pass the funded account, and I mean the evaluation. But I'm gonna give you guys a little recap of this trade from top to bottom. So before 9:30 came, we were bearish on the daily, bearish on the 4-hour, bearish on the 1 hour on both pairs, ES and NQ. Right now, with that being said, all I did was I waited for, I seen a, what did I enter off of? I believe it was I don't remember, but it was a fair value gap and I entered off of a sell, I believe it was. But anyways, what enticed me to take this second trade after we took out the daily lows, because I remember that my ultimate profit goal in the entire trade was the daily lows, and I wanted to make both of them hit them. What made me enter the trade again was we retraced into a 5-minute bearish fair value gap on both pairs, and then we got displacement to the downside again. So we waited for a break of structure on the 1 minute time frame outside of the 5-minute bearish fair value gap, and we got a displacement to the downside. And that's literally what it is. You identify the bias, and then you go on a lower time frame to find a confluence, whether it's a fair value gap or an order block that we can take. And we go to the 1 minute time frame and literally just wait for a 1 minute break of structure with displacement. A break of structure, in my definition, is a candle that closes beneath a low. So for example, this is a low. Look, a move down followed by a move up. This white candle closed beneath the low. That will be a break of structure. But ultimately, guys, what I want you guys to really focus on is the fact that I make sure that both pairs are doing the exact same thing. So I don't close a trade just because a fair value gap gets disrespected on one pair. For example, if we created let me show you guys, for example. Okay, look, right here. This is a fair value gap on NQ, right? Cool. Look at this. It retraced into it, but on ES, that same fair value gap got disrespected. You understand? So on both pairs, if I were to close the trade, I would need the fair value gap itself to get disrespected on both pairs. You know what I'm saying? Because a retracement into this fair value gap didn't break it, but on ES it broke it. You understand? So I want you guys to really please, if you take anything from this video, add in SMT to your confluences. Make sure that both pairs are doing the exact same thing. That's the number one thing I can give you guys as a tip. Make sure both ES and NQ are creating fair value gaps or have the same exact momentum. That's how you know the trade is going to ride out, because like I said, higher time frame liquidity sweeps can reverse the markets, but it didn't reverse the market because NQ tapped into it, ES tapped into it, and both pairs, I entered the trade again because both pairs were still selling. All right, guys, so we made about $1,200 on the day, and the balance is now 53K. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me see what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is, we have 10 a.m. news. Okay, so I might trade tomorrow. I might not. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys, and you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys for showing all the support that you guys do. Hopefully you guys stay to the very end to get some education from this video. And yeah, you guys have a blessed one. Take care, guys.